Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for the conclusion of Group B. Well, Monday we started with Group A and Colin Osborne was dominant, winning 14 of his 15 matches to progress straight through to Saturday night's final. We completed Group C this afternoon, and George Killington and Ryan Furness will also join Colin Osborne in tomorrow night's final, and we're about to find out the three other players who will join those three in tomorrow night's final. In this group, there's confirmation of Colin Osborne dominating Group A, winning 14 out of 15, 28 points and plus 28 on the leg difference. Scott Williams and Andy Jenkins progressed into this group, and Johnny Haynes, Josh McCarthy and Gareth Ashley went into Group C, which, as I said, started yesterday morning. Well, yesterday, Johnny Haynes went through the card unbeaten. Today, only won the one match. Absolutely incredible. George Killington, then, he goes through with Carl Hamilton. I actually thought it was Ryan Furness. We'll have to double check that one. So Group C overall, oh, my apologies, that was on day one. There's confirmation of day two, and the fact that Johnny Haynes only won the one match. George Killington went through the card today. Very, very impressive. 16 points plus 14. Ryan Furness and Carl Hamilton had a straight shootout in our final match of the day, and it was Ryan Furness who progressed. But it was a good couple of days for Carl Hamilton, and I'm sure he enjoyed the experience. So on to Group B, which we did start last night, and well, what a good night it was for Mike Gillett. He currently is the overnight leader before the off this evening, and he will be involved in our first match of the night. It's a replay of our final match last night, or in the early hours of the morning. Confirmation of last night's action. Mike Gillet winning 3 of his 4 matches, the same as Stephen Burton. Just separated there by leg difference. Mike Gillet on +6, Stephen Burton on +3. A disappointing night for Colin Monk and Andy Jenkins, just picking up the 1 win apiece. Remember, it's the top 3 from this group will progress into tomorrow night's final to make up our 6-player field. And as I said, Mike Gillett and Andy Jenkins will be up first. Well, I think the players are very nearly ready. We are certainly ready for the action. So sit back, get yourself a cup of tea or a hot chocolate, or maybe something a little stronger, and enjoy the action. Here is Mike Gillett. Lives in Chandler's Ford, 37, a left-hander and a Welsh international. And this is Andy Jenkins, former PDC World Championship semi-finalist from Portsmouth. He'll be looking to get off to a good start tonight. They make Gillett the 2-5 favourite. Andy Jenkins, well, 7-4. We've seen some good stuff from Andy this week. Paul Starr, our referee, will be taking us through all of the action.
To throw first. Game
10
on.
matches to bring you this evening. And don't forget, next week is Champions Week. £15,000 in prize money and a first prize of £6,000 up for grabs. We already have 9 of the 12 players for Champions Week. Jim Williams, Connor Scott, Mike Warburton, Richie Burnett, Martin Adams, Niall Cullerton, Mark Webster, Robert Thornton and Sean Griffiths. And we will complete
100.
the field with the winner, the runner-up and the winner of the 3rd and 4th place playoff tomorrow night.
81.
Don't forget, we are back tomorrow night for the finals on Sporty Stuff TV. Make sure you put it in your planner.
60. 100.
Next up is Stephen Burton against Scott Williams. And then Andy Jenkins will be back to take
100.
on our 5th player of the group, Colin Monk. All the players will play 4 matches this evening. 2 points for a win.
60. Mike, you require 141.
All games, as always, best of 7, the race to 4 legs. Trouble 19 for double 12, that's okay. Single 20 will leave tops. Jenks way back on 220.
101. 42. Mike, you require 40. Game shot on the first leg. Mike Gillett.
And a very, very solid holder throw from Mike Gillett to take a 1-0 lead. Jenks already has plenty to think about.
Second leg, and it's Andy to throw first.
Lots of dart in action today. The final of
140
the 4 Players' Championship events, and it went to Michael Smith picking up his 2nd title of the year, defeating Ross Smith 6-0 in the final. Michael Smith
100
trailed 4-0. Another good day for Rob Cross, though. He'd narrowly beaten 7-6 by Ross Smith. And Florian Hempel, who's making a real impression.
100.
He was defeated 7-3 in the semi-final by Michael Smith. Michael Van Gerwen beaten 6-2.
180.
As we get our first max of the match.
97.
And over in the WDF events, the Welsh Classic got underway today and into the final, which I think is played maybe Saturday or Sunday,
57.
is
And you
Jim
require
Williams, who will of course
164.
be in action next week in Champions Week. And he will be taking on Theobald Trickle, who defeated Nick Fulwell in the semi-final, another Live League regular, and James Richardson was defeated by Jim Williams. James Richardson had a 98.7 average in that 5-4 defeat. Jim Williams
100.
95.
Mike, you require
164.
164. $84.
In the women's
And he
final of
requires
the
64.
Welsh Classic, it will be Kirsty Hutchinson against Bo Greaves. Good to see Bo back playing. Double 16 for a level game.
32. Mike, you require
15
80.
darter for Andy. Possible 14 dart break of throw for Mike Gillett. Treble 20, double 10. He's found the treble 20. And
Game
he's
shot in the
found
second leg.
the double 10.
Gillet.
He's found his mojo early here. Leads 2-0 and already has a break of throw. Jenks with it all to do.
Third leg, and it's Mike to throw first.
Andy had to win this opening game for me to stand any realistic chance of progressing.
60.
Mike Gillet took a while to get going last night. Lost his opening match to Stephen Burton 4-2.
60.
Once he finds a bit of tempos to his throw, he
100.
finds that red bit with much more regularity.
$137.
Of course, starting tomorrow from midday, the first of 3 women's series events. Will conclude on Sunday.
96.
We will find our second lady player who will be competing in the Grand Slam. Fallon Sherrick already had hers
60.
place. Most likely will be Lisa Ashton. Narrowly beaten today after having match darts against Callan Ridds, a
58.
winner of
Mike, you require
one of the Pro Tours this week.
141. 60. And you require 150.
This might have to go. Needed the treble 18 for double 18.
138. Mike, you require 81.
Well, this would hurt Andy Jenkins. 12 and ball for Mike Gillett. Oh, he's gone for the treble. That's bad, bad board management. Make sure of the 12. Get a dart at the ball for 3-0. Well, he's got a dart. Absolutely nothing.
49. And you require 12. Game shot in the third leg.
He has
Andy
paid
Jenkins.
the price. A 16 dart break of throw for Andy Jenkins. Gets him in this match eventually. Now it needs to hold. As the
Fourth
saying
leg, and
goes
it's
in
Andy
tennis,
to throw first.
a break isn't a break if you don't hold. And there was a perfect example of that.
140.
Titles this week. Players' Championship 24 went to Dimitri. 25 went to Callan Ridds, picking up his second title
100.
of the year. And Rob Cross winning on Thursday, making that his second title in under a week.
60.
Also secures Michael Smith's place at the Grand Slam, I do believe.
100. 100.
Another good few days as well for Danny Baggish and Jeff Smith. Two of our furthest travelling players.
81.
Outside of couple of Aussies that compete.
$41.
He has left the door ajar for Gillet.
$100. And you require 160.
Well, Mike Gillet took out 160 last night. Wasn't the highest finish of the night. Scott Williams.
60. Mike,
fired
you
in
require
a
170. 100.
Slight reprieve
And you
for
require
Andy
100.
Jenkins if he can take the ton out. He may stay there because that's a good guide. Yep, I don't blame him. And if it had been a bit of a blocker, he would have gone for
42.
2 double tops, of course.
Mike, you require 20.
This is for a 3rd consecutive break of throw.
$10. And you require 58. Game shot in the 4th leg.
Well,
Andy
will
Jenkins.
be a sigh of relief for Andy Jenkins seeing that tops go in. Mike Gillet blew the
5th leg, and it's
opportunity
Mike to throw first.
to lead 3-1. Andy Jenkins is held in 21 darts.
$100.
Mike Gillet averaging just over 90.
$121.
Andy Jenkins averaging around about 82.
140. $85.
34 points in front, plus these.
$36.
Trouble 20 needs 170.
$70.
That was totally overpitched.
$100. $105. Mike, you require 125.
We'll see Mike Gillett go for the ball here. 100 left, trouble 20 for tops. 85 left, could be 45 or 57.
55.
Went for the 45 to leave 40.
And
So
you require
Shanghai on 20s
120.
for Andy. Treble and double. That's a super dart.
$100.
Very, very close.
Mike, you
Clips the
require
bottom wire.
70.
That was for 3 consecutive legs for Andy Jenkins. 14 and ball. And he risked going for the treble. And he's wired
59.
the double 11.
Andy, you require 20. Game shot in the fifth
Andy
leg.
stepped in.
Andy
with
Jenkins.
a 17 dart break of throw in his 3rd consecutive leg. More bad news for Gillett. Jenks has the darts in the next one.
Sixth leg, and it's Andy to throw first. $95. $140. $100. 60.
Darts Mike Gillett used. It looks very similar to a Terry Jenkins type dart.
58.
Not too many players I can recall using small, smooth barrels. Ted Hankey. I know Stephen Bunting, I'm sure, used to use a
28.
smooth barrel with absolutely no grip on. I'd love to find another treble.
100.
I'm going to give him some serious breathing space. Well,
100.
he's got 6 darts at
And
this
you require
148.
148.
Mike Gillett not on a finish.
$85.
Very loose. Start the difference there. He needs a treble to get 2 darts at a double. Had he hit the single there, at least, he would have been
100.
guaranteed off 48 for 2 darts at a double. 57 remaining. So 1 match dart for Andy Jenkins.
43.
Mike Gillett.
Mikey requires 73.
Take us all the way with a 73 finish. Treble 19 for double 8. If he misses the treble, it'll be 14 for tops or 20 and ball. Or treble 20 and double 5.
63. And you require 20.
Already had 1 match dart. Very close.
Game shot in the match.
And it's
Andy
a 20
Jenkins.
dart hold and 4 consecutive legs for Andy Jenkins. He went down to Mike Gillett yesterday 4-0, and sweet revenge tonight, and keeps himself in the hunt. I did say that 7-4 looked a little bit big for me. Right, up next it is Stephen Burton against Scott Williams. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, match number 2 of the conclusion of Group B, and it's Stephen Burton up against Scott Williams.
Final 6.
Well, I'm pretty sure it is Stephen Burton against Scott Williams. Hopefully we will join the action. The overnight leader Mike Gillet defeated in our opening game. Here we go. By Andy Jenkins. So
first leg, and it's
great
Stephen
for Andy.
throw
Regarding
first.
the table
Game
on
on.
Wednesday, he produced an incredible comeback, winning 4 out of 5 matches to qualify for this group.
95.
If he wins 4 games tonight, he will be at the business end.
43.
These two had a wonderful match in the early hours of the morning, around about 1:15.
100.
And Stephen Burton edged past Scott Williams 4-3. He had a 94.57.
140.
And the average for Scott, 87.71. Scott Williams took it a fabulous 134, triple 18,
99.
double top.
$140.
Both these players, when they are absolutely on it, they are on it. Yesterday,
96.
Stephen Burton finished off a match in 10 and 11 darts.
138. Stephen, you require 111.
Tops.
91. Scott, you require 40. Game shot on the first leg. Scott
Steve
Williams.
Burton was 4-7 favourite. Scott Williams was 5-4. Again, 5-4 represents a little bit of value. Not a lot between them yesterday.
Second leg, and it's Scott to throw first.
There was just the one break of throw in that match.
57.
That was a 13 dart break of throw.
100.
Stephen Burton missing the tops for a 15.
140.
Scott Williams produced the highest finish of the week so far. Wonderful.
60.
170 against Andy Jenkins. There were some other big finishes in
100.
that match as well.
$40. $134. $85. Scott, you require 70. $38.
Well, he will be back to double his lead.
$96. Scott, you require 32. Game shot in the second leg.
And he
Scott
does
Williams.
double his lead with a very comfortable holder throw and finds himself 2-0 up. Well, Andy Jenkins defied the odds. He was 7-4 in the opening match. Is Scott
Third
Williams
leg,
going
and
to do
it's
the
Stephen
same?
to throw first. $140. $100.
Averaging exactly 100 right now. Scott Williams, just 30 darts used in the
41.
opening 2 legs.
140.
Andy Jenkins rematch with Colin Monk up next. They go 8 to 15.
140.
11 to 8 about Colin Monk. Colin won that match 4-3, but I can't remember.
131.
I stopped counting how many match darts Jenks had for that one.
95. Scott, you require 130. 80. Stephen, you require 85.
Tops.
Game shot on the third leg. Stephen Burton.
14 dart hold of throw for Stephen Burton. Gets his campaign underway for the evening.
Fourth leg, Scott to throw first.
Been good quality so far, this one. 13 and 17 darts for the
57.
Opening two legs for Scott Williams, and that was a 14 dart hold for Stephen Burton.
93. 140.
These two normally produce in the 180 department.
134. 98. 96. 62. 140. Scott, you require 144. 42. Stephen, you require
Stephen
38.
Burton looking good.
Game shot on the
important
fourth
break of throw.
Stephen Burton.
He's on a roll. 14 darter in leg 3, backed up with a 13 dart break of throw in leg 4. Game back on.
Fifth leg, Stephen to throw first.
Incredibly on the Pro Tour this week. 4 9-darters, one from Callan Ridge, one from Nathan Aspinall, and
125.
2 from Madars Razma. Hit one yesterday. Another one today.
36.
And in a way, I can't remember seeing before. 171, 174,
93.
156.
85.
I certainly can't remember a dart player hitting 9 darters in consecutive days.
59.
I hit mine about 6 years apart.
95.
It felt that long anyway.
54.
Needs to fill it. Oh, that's unlucky.
64. Stephen, you require 170. 100. 121. Stephen, you require
Rescued
70.
the situation. Tops for 3
Game shot in the
consecutive
fifth
legs.
leg. Stephen Burton.
And is he going to do an Andy Jenkins? Andy Jenkins went 2-0 down and reeled off 4 to defeat table
Sixth
topping
leg, and
Mike
Scott
Gillet.
throw first. 97.
Averages 94.6 for Burton, 93.88 for Williams.
81.
Solid stuff.
83. 140.
Scott Williams is
56.
outscoring Stephen Burton in every department, but it's Stephen Burton who leads.
85.
2 out of 4 on the doubles for Scott Williams.
133.
3 out of 4 for Stephen Burton. Burton here could pounce.
64. Scott, you require 132.
Well, that's come out of his hand, obviously. It's closer to the treble 19 than it is the ball.
42. Stephen, you require 131.
Can happen. You get a bit of moisture in between your finger and the barrel, and it will slip.
81. Scott, you require 90.
To slip up here. 20 will leave the ball, and it has to go.
59. Stephen,
Usually
you require 50.
very, very good on the bullseye. Not so far in this one.
Game shot in the match.
And Stephen Burton does reel off 4 legs on the spin in 14, 13, 18 and 17, an average of 93, 46 and 4 out of 5, 80% on the doubles. A very, very good performance from 2-0 down. Well, we're going to be back in a couple of minutes with Andy Jenkins against Colin Monk. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for match number 3. And there is confirmation of the table. Up next, it's Andy Jenkins against Colin Monk. Stephen Burton, with that win, goes top on 8 points above Mike Gillett after he was beaten in his opening match. And Scott Williams stays on 4 points.
Final 6.
Here is Colin Monk, his first match of the night. He lost his opening game 4-3. Just the one win, as you can see, for Colin. 2 points and -2. Andy Jenkins, 4 points -6. Scott on 4 points -1. And on the top of the table, Stephen Burton, 8 points +5. But Mike Gillett
First leg in his
still
ante to
in
throw first. Game
the
on.
hunt. Remember, the top 3 will progress to
45.
tomorrow night's final with the opportunity to qualify for Champions Week, which starts on Monday morning at 9:30 a.m.
$45. 96. 100.
There was 30 missed darts at doubles between them last night.
180.
As Andy Jenkins finds his first max of the night. Didn't hit one in his opening match 4-2 win against Mike Gillett.
60.
They went 8-15 about Andy Jenkins, 11-8 about Colin Monk. I tend to agree.
33.
Jenks looks, well, I was just about to say, way more switched on.
$43. Andy, you require 147.
Colin Monk lost his first game last
59.
night to Scott Williams 4-3. Then lost his second game to Mike Gillett 4-3. And then lost to Stephen Burton 4-3. Before getting a 4-3 win over Andy Jenkins.
55.
Just couldn't
Andy, you
produce
require 88.
in the final leg of his earlier matches.
63.
Jenks going for the ball.
$95. Andy, you require 25. Game shot in the first leg. Andy Jenkins.
Slides it down the side to consolidate the break of throw for a 2-0 lead.
Second leg, and it's Colin to throw first.
My apologies. That was the opening leg. It did take a while, though.
$80.
Bit of exercise for Paul start.
140.
Big game coming up next. Scott Williams against Mike Gillett. Got a feeling leg difference will come into effect this evening.
100.
Andy can
41.
get a win here. It will put him right in the mix.
38. 140. 140.
I'd love a third 140 in the leg to leave tops, which is what he
140.
gets.
Colin, you require 143.
Much better leg from Andy Jenkins.
40 scored.
3 140s and a score of 41, somewhere in the middle.
60. Andy, you require 40. Game shot in the second leg. Andy Jenkins.
14 dart break of throw, giving Andy a 2-0 lead. Maybe I was preempting the scoreline, but he leads 2-0.
Third leg, Andy to throw first. 96. 100. 60. 60. 95.
Okay, still 91 points in front. Great pals, these two, of course. Former pairs partners and county teammates.
13.
Their actual first match in official competition was 22 years ago in the embassy.
59.
They met in the very first round. Colin Monk was the winner, 3 sets to 2. They went on to play 11 times over
85.
the years in official matches, as in world ranking events. Surprisingly, well, for
41.
me anyway, Andy Jenkins leads that head-to-head, 7-4.
$100. Andy, you require 150. 60. Colin, you require 143.
17.
Game
Pins
shot in the third leg.
the double 16
Colin Monk.
for the 143. That will certainly make Colin feel a whole lot better, and it is a break back.
Fourth leg, and it's Colin to throw first. $85. 140.
Colin was the Wimbledon World Master back in 1996.
45.
Winner of 4 BDO ranking titles, including the then very prestigious
135.
British Open. semi-finals of the Embassy a few times, of course. Or Lakeside, it then was
140.
latter years. He's going along very nicely here now. The 1-4-3 checkout has given him some confidence.
97. 100. And you require 129. Game shot in the
Finds
fourth
the double
leg.
six. Well,
Andy
two
Jenkins.
fabulous finishes. The 143 from Colin Monk, and now a 129 from Andy Jenkins.
Fifth leg, and it's Andy to throw
Instantly break back in the best leg of the match. A 12 dart break of throw.
$100. 100. 100.
Back-to-back tons for Jenks. One leg away from moving on to 6 points and in to third spot.
$100.
Well called, Colin.
100.
3 straight tons for Jenks now in this leg.
$64. 81.
Leaves himself a handy enough finish. Just had back-to-back ton plus finishes. Can Andy finish it off with a third?
60. Andy, you require 120.
Paul Star, sleep well tonight. All them squats.
60. 40 scored.
60 for the match then for Andy Jenkins. And
100.
bit of revenge.
You require 60.
For last night's defeat. There's the 20. Oh, it's a bit awkward, a little high.
50.
2 match darts for
Colin, you
Jenkins.
require 77.
12 or 13 in that match last night to beat Colin. 56, 16 for tops. For a 4th consecutive break of throw.
57.
Not this time.
Andy, you require 10.
Another 3 match darts for Andy.
Game
Only needs
shot
the
in the
one
match.
this time.
Andy
And
Jenkins.
It is a 19 dart hold of throw, giving Andy the win and a place in 3rd position right now. Averages 86.25, 4 out of 9 on the doubles, 44%. A high finish of 129, but that was beaten by the 143 from Colin Monk, the only leg he won in that match. Right, we're going to be straight back with Scott Williams against Mike Gillet. Good evening and welcome back
Final
to
six.
the Online Darts Live League for Sporty Stuff TV for match number 4 of 10. And it is Scott Williams up against Mike Gillett. Here is Mike Gillett. He was our overnight leader. Lost his opening match to Andy Jenkins, who's now 2 from 2. And Scott, he went down to Stephen Burton. And there is confirmation of Andy Jenkins up into 3rd spot. As I said at the top of the show,
First
still
leg,
plenty to play
Scott
for.
to throw first. Game on.
A win here for Scott, and they will trade places. But they have
43.
to play each other in match number 6.
$100. 57.
Mike Gillett won this tie 4-1 last night.
180.
He averaged
56.
91.21 in the process, despite missing 9 darts at a double. It was a solid scoring game from Gillett.
140. Might you require 121?
I know Andy Jenkins will be cheering on here. The man at the hockey right now. And that's
81.
a wonderful treble 20 to leave tops after just 12. Colin Monk back in action
105
next against Stephen
Might
Burton.
you require 40?
Burton 3 to 10. Colin Monk 12 to 5. Oh, that's a wild one. Double 16.
24. Scott, you require 100.
Can Scott step in? Well, there's the treble 20. Double 10.
80. Might you require 16? Game shot in the first leg.
He eventually
Mike Gillet.
finds the double 4 with his final dart, but it is a breaker throw. And he did touch 6 to 5 towards the end of that leg, Mike Gillett. Looking good, 1-0 up.
Second leg, and it's Mike to throw first.
Now 1 to 2. Scott Williams 6 to 4. Still
100.
18 darts there for that breaker throw, despite missing a few darts at doubles.
57. 43. 100. 85. 140. 100.
Responding here is Scott Williams. Oh, and there's a loose one. Wow. Just lost his timing. Composes
66.
and slots it in the lipstick.
81. Scott, you require 138.
Trouble 10 leaves 32.
106.
92
Mike, you
for
require
Mike Gillet. Will he go
92.
aggressive and straight for the treble 20, or will he go ball? Well, he'll have to go treble 17 now. That would have left 40.
29. Scott, you require 32.
So for an instant break back.
$24.
A disaster.
Mike,
on
you
the
require
doubles.
63.
Is now none from 5 on the outer ring. Double 16.
31. Scott, you require 8. Game shot in his second leg. Scott
And
Williams.
finds it this time and does get the break back to level things up at 1 apiece. It's quite edgy, this one. Plenty riding on it.
Third leg, and it's Scott to throw first. $123. $41.
£5,000 in prize money for tomorrow night's finals.
85.
Each phase, which is over a 5-week cycle, 4 weeks of qualifying for Champions Week, carries £20,000 in
100.
prize money over the 4 weeks, and then £15,000 in Champions Week. So each phase now worth £35,000 in prize money. Of course, these players are exclusively
140.
non-tour card holders. Of course, tour card holders are not allowed
41.
to play because they have exclusivity with regards to where the players and what platform they broadcast on. So
60.
Live League made of semi-pro or amateur players, or qualifiers from Super League, of course. The introduction of our qualifying system through Modern Amateur Darts
131.
and the UK Darts Association.
Mike, you require 160.
Had one of those players in this week, of course.
81. Scott, you require 62.
Carl Hamilton.
No score. Mike, you require
That's our
79.
UK Darts Association qualifier for the week. Double 11 for a third consecutive break of throw.
68. Scott, you require 62.
Double trouble from both. 1 from 8 for Gillet.
Game shot in the third leg. Scott
2
Williams.
from 7 for Scott Williams, and he holds throw and goes in front for the very first time in this match.
Fourth leg, and it's Mike to
Johnny
throw
Haynes
first.
went through the card yesterday and then failed to qualify for the finals today. He only won
140.
one match. Mike Gillet won 3 out of his 4 yesterday. Lost his opener tonight, and he's up against it in this one.
100. Well,
140 in a ton to start leg 4.
41. 140.
Make that a 140 in a ton and a 140. Down to 121 after 9. This is more like it.
140. Mike, you require 121.
Could go 25. Oh, it's too good. 3 for double four.
113.
Would have gone 11 ball, of course, if Williams would have been on a finish.
59. Mike, you require 8. Game shot in the fourth leg. Mike Gillet.
Very, very solid leg from Mike Gillett. A 14 dart hold to level things up. We're all on throw. It's now a best of 3.
Fifth leg, and it's Scott to throw first. .57.
An early opportunity. Can Gillett punish that 57 start?
45. .95. 100. 95. 140.
40, number 4 in the match for Mike Gillett.
94.
Williams down to 160, level 180 here. To leave double 18.
60. Scott, you require 160. 92. Mike, you require 156.
17 leaves 40.
116.
Beautiful setup shot.
Scott, you require 68.
Pressure on the 68 now. He's going to get one dart at a double, and that double is double 16.
Game
and he
shot on
finds
the
it.
fifth leg.
What
Scott
a
Williams.
lovely finish that was. And there was stacks of pressure on it. Mike Gillett was poised to break throw and lead.
Sixth leg, and it's a Mike
3-2, and he would have had the darts to serve it out. As it is, he's going to have to produce something
180.
to win it from here. A maximum of 2 legs remain, and he has to win them both.
57. 180.
For the first time this week, we've seen the back-to-back.
23.
Can he take out?
You require
141 and give
141.
us another 9. Super close, wasn't it? Oh,
26. 100. Mike, you require 115.
Should be a single 3.
83.
And he's left 32 after 12. So this one is going all the way.
81. Mike, you require 32. Game shot in the sixth leg. Mike
That's
Gillet.
his second 14 dart hold of throw in this match. His opening leg was an 18 dart breaker throw. It's being played at a good standard. 3-3. Williams
Seventh
has
and
the
final
darts.
leg, and it's Scott to throw first. .57.
Only 57. Mike Gillett averaging 88.
100.
To Scott Williams is 78.
121. 85. 78.
With a snatch with the final dart from Scott.
100.
One thing I notice about Mike Gillett, he is very efficient on that final dart.
47.
And now he has a chance. 6 darts at 216.
60.
I put the commentator's curse on Mike Gillett there, referring to how efficient he's been with his final dart.
134. Mikey require
That's a super
156. 60. Scott, you require 64.
20 proving elusive for Gillett. Double 16 for Williams.
48. Mikey require 96.
For the match. Treble 20. Double 18. Oh dear. Treble 19 for double 19. Double 19 for the match.
77.
Well, 1 match dart each.
Scott, you require 16. Game shot in the match.
Williams.
Scott Williams.
With a 19 dart hold of throw in the end. After watching Mike Gillett narrowly miss double 19 for the match. Mike Gillett, an 86.57 average, 3 180s, 4 140s. It wasn't enough. Far too many darts missed at a double. 11 in total. And that's 2 matches on the spin without a point for Gillett. And it's Scott Williams who now moves in to 3rd spot. Up next, Colin Monk against Stephen Burton. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, it's Colin Monk against Stephen Burton. Here's Colin Monk. It's his second match of the night, losing 4-1 in his opener to Andy Jenkins. Stephen Burton,
Final 6.
won his opening match 4-2. There's confirmation of Stephen Burton on top of the table. 3 players now locked on 6 points. This is going to be tight. Yeah, Stephen Burton beat Scott Williams 4-2 with a 93-46 in a high quality affair. He will look to continue that run and stretch his lead at the top. Everybody will have played 2 matches once this one's completed, and they all have 2 to play.
First leg, and it's Colin to throw first. Game on.
Colin has the darts.
$140. 97. 40. 100. 80.
It's a little unfortunate.
100.
Stephen Burton won this tie 4-3 last night. Colin Monk averaging 89.61 to Stephen Burton's 86.17. Both players hit 180. Burton's finishing 4 out of 9, 3 out of 10. Very, very close match.
140.
One of 3 matches that Colin lost
100.
4-3
Colin,
last
you
night.
require 101.
Double 16 for a 15 dart hold.
85. Stephen, you require 104.
Burton 104 for a 15 dart break. Oh, needed the treble 20 for double 12.
48. Colin, you require 16. Game shot in the first leg.
No mistake
Colin
this time from Colin Monk, and he holds throw to take a 1-0 lead. This would be a huge upset if Colin can get the better of Burton.
Second leg, Stephen to throw first.
Colin Monk was 12-5, Burton 3-10.
58. 140. 96. 30. 100.
Next up, Andy Jenkins against Scott Williams. For me, biggest match of the night, that one.
125.
In fact, the run-in for Jenks is
43.
pretty horrid. He's got to play Scott Williams, and then 2 matches later, Stephen Burton. He's got to win at least one of those, and then hope the other results go his way. Mike Gillet has got to play Colin Monk and
100.
Stephen Burton.
96. Colin, you require 106. 91. 74. Stephen, you require 108.
Double tops.
68.
32 for Monkey.
Colin, you require 32.
Break a throat.
Game shot in the second leg.
He finds it.
Colin Monk.
And a 17 dart break a throw gives Colin a 2-0 lead. This would really throw the cat amongst the pigeons if Monk can get a win here.
Third leg, Colin to throw first.
Back to back, 17 dart legs for Colin. Have been enough. Averaging 88.41.
60. 60. 100. 42. 85.
Good recovery. 143 points adrift is Burton.
137.
It's got him back in the mix.
$80. 40. 60. 58.
He's left to finish, but it's a biggie.
Colin, you require
Seen the
116.
160 and the 170 this week. Oh, we've seen it last night. Treble 20 for double 18. I'm not sure. Yep. Oh, no, I don't think it is. No, it's definitely not. 76. He's moved left. Very
60.
nearly found the
Stephen,
trouble
you require
to leave double eight.
164.
60-54 bull was what Burton was looking for.
60.
He's only left.
Well, then you require
104.
56.
Sure, the tempo of this match particularly suits Stephen Burton. That's so unlucky. Can he use that to bump into the double? He can perfectly.
Colin Monk.
And Colin Monk with a hold, a break and a hold. Leads 3-0 against the table-topping Stephen Burton.
Fourth leg, and it's Stephen to throw first. $60.
This would be a coupon buster. Plenty of you punters out there would have had Burton in your accumulator.
100.
Maybe a short price acca.
100. 100.
Great to see that competitive edge
57.
of Colin Monk. Still burns bright. The man from Basingstoke, he was a fierce competitor back in the day. We locked horns on many, many occasions.
131.
170.
140. Colin, you require 170. 43. Stephen, you require 144. 128.
This man does have
Colin, you require 127.
For playing in streaks to Stephen Burton. And he's going to get the opportunity to peg one back because Colin can't finish. He can put a bit of pressure on though.
87. Stephen,
tops.
you require 16. Game shot in the fourth leg.
Only the second dart at a double Stephen Burton has had in this match. But Colin Monk has the darts in leg 5. Can he serve it out?
Fifth leg, and it's Colin to throw first. $140. 41. 100. 57. 83. 85.
So only 178 points away from an impressive 4-1 win for Colin Monk. just when Burton looked like he was going to run away at the top of the table, he's been reined in by the man at the foot of the table.
94. 180. Colin, you require 84.
Great max from Burton. 14 and the ball for Colin. He's having a look at the 138. And he's gone for the treble for double 11. He risked it.
70.
A long way off. Left 14.
Can you require 138? $100. Colin, you require 14. Game shot in the match.
And Colin Monk does complete the job, and a very impressive 4-1 win over Stephen Burton, an average of 85, 4-1-40s, 40% on the doubles. And the man at the top of the table is halted by Colin Monk. Up next, Andy Jenkins against Scott Williams.
We'll see.
Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for the conclusion of Group B. Up next, match number 6. And it's Andy Jenkins against Scott Williams. Confirmation of the win for Colin Monk. Moving on to 4 points. Stephen Burton had an opportunity to pull 4 points clear of the field. We start our second phase of matches.
First leg, and it's Andy to throw first.
This
Game on.
one is a biggie. If Jenkins could win 4-0, he would move
60.
joint top with Stephen Burton.
93.
Whoever wins this one is in with a great shout of getting one of the 3 qualifying places.
59.
Remember, it's the top 3 who will join Colin Osborne, George Killington and Ryan Furness
58.
in Saturday night's final.
$58.
For me, it's a must-win game for Jenks.
57.
Because he has quite a tough run in his final match of
59.
the night, or in the early hours of the morning, will be Stephen Burton.
94.
1 win, and if other results go his way, he should be okay. 2 wins,
100.
and he's a shoo-in. He's played 2 and won 2 tonight. He was joint bottom
59.
of the table with Colin Monk. He was actually on leg difference. He was on the bottom.
83. Scott, you require 140. 100.
Bull double 16
And you
for Andy.
require 82.
25-17 tops. There's the bullseye. And
Game
there's
shot
the
on
double
first leg.
16.
Andy Jenkins.
And that was a big holder throw for Andy Jenkins. Scott Williams sat on tops waiting to break throw.
Second leg is Scott to throw first. 60.
Jenks at 5-4 for this one. 4-7 Scott
55.
Williams. Colin Monk
85.
faces Mike Gillett in our next match. Mike Gillett was the overnight table topper. Yet to win a game tonight. Played 2, lost 2.
96.
Nice little tempo to this contest.
56.
Players can get into a nice rhythm.
100. 44. 100. 140. Andy, you require 150. 50.
He's left a ton.
Scott, you require
Picking off the 25
116.
at 116 for Williams. Trouble 19 for tops. That's why I don't really particularly
92.
like that route, because it's so
Andy, you
easy
require
to block
100.
out the trouble with your opening dart, but tops for Jenks. Well, that's a flyer.
61. Scott, you require
2 darts to
24.
break throw to be 2-0 up.
Game shot in the second.
That will hurt.
Scott Williams.
Last dart in hand shot at double 6, and it finds its way in. On throw though, 1-all. Jenks to
Third
start
leg, Andy
3.
to throw first.
2 darts for Andy for 2-0. It's going to be edgy, both fully aware
30.
of what's riding on this game.
$134.
Scott Williams has Colin Monk to play in match number 9. This is match 6.
174. $93. $177.
This is reminiscent of that incredible spell he had on, I think it was Wednesday.
90.
Where
And
he
you
went
require
180,
120.
took out 134 and then started the next leg with 7 perfect darts.
100.
That was no, I needed tops for a 12. He's putting on a bit of a surge.
92. And you require 20. Game shot in the third leg. Andy Jenkins.
Best leg of the match so far, and it's a 14 dart hold of throw for Andy Jenkins as he moves 2 away from trying to qualify
Fourth leg,
for
Scott
tomorrow
to
night's
throw
final.
60.
Only 60 from Scott. Back-to-back visits by Andy.
60.
174 and 177. And he follows Scott Williams coming up dry on the trebles.
96. 55.
You can see how hard Andy is trying, maybe too hard.
57. 100.
Andy has just got to keep
41.
applying pressure, try and make Scott Williams fold.
99. 97. 140.
It's a
Scott, you require
140.
150.
They're never bad, but the timing of that one was wonderful.
56. Andy, you require 47.
For the first break of throw in the match, he wants double 16.
31. Scott, you require 94.
Yeah, darts, of course, to win the leg he lost. Ouch.
Game shot in the fourth leg.
And he had
Scott Williams.
2 darts to win that one as well. If he'd have pinned his doubles, he'd have romped this one. 4-0, it's 2-2 and still on throw.
Fifth leg in his hand, he's a throw first.
There's a little more frustrating in this sport than that.
135.
Create your chances and opportunities, and when you don't take them,
100.
messes with your mind and your elbow.
60. 100. 121. 35. 140.
Great 140 for Jenks, taking him down to 45. On his last hold of throw
40.
in 14
And
darts.
you require 45.
Potential of another 14 darter here. And
Game
Jenks
shot in the fifth leg.
doesn't miss this time.
Andy Jenkins.
And that is a second 14 dart hold of throw, giving him a 3-2 lead, just one away.
Sixth leg, and it's Scott to throw first. $57. 137.
Punishes the poor start this time.
100. 85. 58.
It has the darts. Can he close it out?
137.
Second 137. Scoring visit of the leg.
86.
He has 6 darts.
And he requires 142. 60.
I can feel his pain.
100. And he requires 82.
He knows how to do this. And it's not that way. Trouble 13 leaves double 16. 18 now will leave 40.
42.
And he will
Scott,
just
you
keep
require
everything
100.
crossed. Williams, oh dear, tops. Double 10.
90.
I thought that was in, as I say, he's
And
last
he
started
requires
in
40.
again. So 3 darts in hand for the match. 10s. And this time
Game
he
shot in the
finds it.
match.
And
Andy
it is
Jenkins.
a 17 dart break of throw and a 4-2 win for Andy Jenkins. And he puts himself in a really good position. Nice average, 87.65. 4 at 11 on the doubles and 4 140s, all coming in key moments. Right, we're going to be straight back with Colin Monk against Mike Gillet. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League. It is just about the evening as we close in on midnight. Up next, Colin Monk up against Mike Gillett.
Final six.
Andy Jenkins is into second spot. He'll drop back down to third spot if Gillet beats Colin Monk. He narrowly defeated Colin last night 4-3. It's fair to say Colin playing a little better this evening, having picked up one win already tonight. That was against Stephen Burton, 4-1. Lost to Andy 4-1 in match number 3. This is really tight. Remember, it's the top 3
first leg, and it's
make
Colin
through
to throw
to tomorrow
first.
night's final.
Game on.
Plenty to play for. Colin was 13-8, 4-9 favourite Mike Gillett.
55.
Last time out, Colin averaged 85. Mike Gillett averaged 86.57.
60.
And in his opening match, which was a 4-2 defeat to Andy Jenkins, he averaged 86.56.
$180.
Beautiful max for Monkey.
$95.
Already know 3 of our finalists for tomorrow night. Group A winner Colin Osborne.
85.
Group C winner George Killington. And Group C runner-up Ryan Furness. They await the top 3
60.
from Group B.
$59. $100. Colin, you require 122. $90. $81. Colin, you require 32.
A little awkward. Yeah. Double 8 right next door. Makes
Game
the
shot in the first leg. Colin Monk.
It is a 180 and an 18 dart hole to throw for Colin Monk. Gets this match underway. Mike Gillett will be desperate to stop the rot. He's lost 2 from 2
Second leg
already
is
this
Mike
evening.
to throw first.
Lost to Andy Jenkins 4-2. And then went down 4-3.
59.
Williams.
$100. $140. $66. 25. 81. 100. 85. 60.
And he's down to a finish, and it's no gimme. So Colin want to try and leave this one close. 137 would be perfect. Trouble 19 will leave 32.
99. Make you require 117.
Single 17 leaves tops.
97. Colin, you require 70. 54.
What an opportunity that was for Colin Monk.
Mike, you require 20. Game shot in the second leg. Mike Gillet.
Mike Gillet eventually holds throw. Did have a chance on the tops for the 117, of course. And then Colin had 2 at double 8 for a 2-0 lead.
Third leg, and it's Colin to throw first. $140. 180.
1 apiece in the 180 column.
100. 100. 81.
He's disappointed there because the single 20 would have left 161. As it is, he is not on the finish. Mike Gillet.
60.
He is on the 161. So not too much damage done unless Gillett can take out a big finish.
120 scored, yeah.
Single 20 will leave tops after 12.
125. Mike, you require 161.
Took his eye off the ball. He was so concerned about catching the flight of the 2 previous darts and it getting drawn into the treble 20 and
65.
busting.
Colin, you require
15
55.
and tops for a 3rd consecutive hold of throw.
Game shot in the third.
It is a very
Colin Monk.
solid 15 dart hold for Colin Monk, and he goes in front for the 2nd time in this match.
Fourth leg, and it's Mike to throw first. $180.
180 in the last leg, and it wasn't enough as it was against the throw.
125.
Colin will
60.
be at the World Seniors qualifiers in Reading in around about 3 weeks' time, I think it is. 3 weeks tomorrow.
140.
Plenty of names from the past will be there.
125.
One qualifying spot each day from 128 entries each day.
60.
Whoever qualifies will have earned their right, that's for sure.
Mikey require 136.
The World Seniors is in
100.
February at the Circus Tavern. Tickets available via the World Seniors Darts website or dartshop.tv, I think.
43. Mikey require 36.
There's some tickets available.
Game shot in the fourth leg.
And very
Mike
much
Gillet.
like Colin, a very solid second holder throw of the match for Mike Gillett. 2-2. Can't separate them.
Fifth leg, and it's Colin to throw first.
As tight as two coats of paint.
100.
Both averaging 90. It's 2-2. Colin has had 8 scores of a ton or
41.
more. Exactly the same as Mike Gillett. Mike Gillett used 33 darts to win his opening 2 legs.
140.
Colin Monk used exactly the same.
140. 60. 85.
He's in again. Trouble 19 to leave double 12.
139.
Don't mind that shot. Would have left a 2-darter had he hit the ball or a 25. Still on a potential
100.
2-darter on 62,
Colin,
of
you
course,
require
but
62.
has to hit a treble. Or on 56 or 31, depending if he'd hit the 25 or the bullseye. He would have only needed a single. So double 16.
Game shot in the
That
fifth
is
leg.
his second
Colin Monk.
15-dart leg with the throw, and he moves within 1. Who's going to blink first? 3-2 to Colin. Mike has the darts, leg 6.
Sixth leg, and it's Mike to throw first.
Colin is averaging 92 to Mike Gillett's 91.
100. 140.
140, number 4 for Colin Monk. 180 and 6 scores of between a ton
100.
and 139.
$100.
He's annoyed. He fancied the 140 there. It's very close. Back comes Gillet.
140.
Tried to squeeze that one in between the two, but it's a great 140, taking him down to 161 after 9. Is this one going to be 7 holds a throw? Or can Gillett find a break in the decider?
59. Might you require 161?
Should go back up.
97.
The treble 20 with a left 24.
$125.
Just in
Might you
case.
require 64?
Gillett can't convert the 64, but there's the 48, leaving double 8, double 4.
56.
Oh, here's a chance. Should get
Colin, you
at
require
least
77.
a dart at top here. Be going for treble 19 for double 10. Single 19. We'll leave single 18 for tops.
$37.
Puff of the cheeks from Gillett
Might you
behind.
require 8?
He potentially has dodged a bullet there.
Game shot in the safe leg.
And
By Gillet.
we are going all the way. 6 consecutive holds a throw takes us to a 7th and deciding leg.
7th and final leg, and it's Colin to throw first.
Well, Colin hasn't been particularly successful in last leg deciders. Played 4, lost 3.
140. $100. $45. $59. $85.
Huge last start from Colin Monk.
$41.
So a 70-point lead plus these for Colin Monk. He's going to give himself some breathing space to close out the leg and the match.
60. $180.
Oh, what a time to find a max. It's never a bad time, of course. 19 for double 16.
139.
Perfect setup
Mike, you
play.
require 121. 81.
Well, both leaving a double in the
Colin, you
decider
require
after
32.
15 darts. Can Colin close it out and pick up his second win of the night? Edging closer.
No score. Mike, you require 40.
Worked so hard in this match.
Game
Monkey.
shot in the match. Mike Gillet.
All in vain. 3 darts on the wire of double 16. It just wouldn't go in. An end average of 88.81. 8 missed darts in total at doubles. Mike Gillet much more efficient, hence he's the winner. 91.47, 3 180s and 50% on the doubles. We're going to be back with a big one. Burton against Jenkins. morning and welcome back to the Online Darts
Final
Live
six.
League as we get to the business end of this Group B. There's so many permutations, it's making my ears bleed. But up first of our final three matches, Stephen Burton against Andy Jenkins. You can see why there is so many permutations. Stephen Burton does have two matches to play, of course. A win here for Andy.
First leg and it's Stephen to throw first. Game on.
And depending on the scoreline, he should be safe.
125.
But this is a tough match, which is why it was imperative that he did beat Scott Williams
137.
We go 1-3 Burton, 9-4 for Jenks, so they're not really
100.
giving him any chance. Last time out, Burton was beaten by Monk. Did win his opening
85.
game against Scott Williams 4-2 with a 93.46 average and 80% on the doubles.
100. 60.
Andy got the better of Burton last night, winning 4-3. Burton averaged 91.7 in that one.
134. Stephen, you require 105.
90 remaining. Double 15.
Game
Wow,
shot on
what a
first
finish.
leg. Stephen
What
Burton.
a finish. It was a great visit from Andy Jenkins, but the 105 was taken out. Treble 5, treble 20, double 15, a 15 dart hold.
Second leg, Andy to throw first. $26. 59. 99. 40. 24.
It's a disaster. 149 scored in the opening three visits by Andy.
36.
Burton, even worse.
100. 140.
Playing each other rather than the board at the moment,
41.
which is easier said than done.
40.
Poor visit followed by poor visit. Good visit followed by good visit.
97. 100. Andy, you require 114.
Treble 18 will leave tops.
38.
But Burton,
Stephen, you require
86, should get at
86.
least a dart at the ball. Oh dear. That was nowhere near. He was looking at treble 18 for double
Andy, you
16
require
and
76.
18-18 would have given him a dart at the ball.
Game shot in the second leg.
Finds tops.
Andy Jenkins.
Ooh, that will be a huge relief for Andy. Long way back from 2-0 down.
Stephen to throw first.
And he finds the tops off of 76 for a 24 dart hold. Really was a missed opportunity
29.
for Burton.
$100. $100. $100. $30. $99.
Jenks 140 in front.
100.
On the Burton throw, still 40 in front, plus these.
60. 180. And he required 142.
What a time to find your first max.
71.
The verge of being
Stephen,
broke.
you require 62. Game shot in the third leg. Stephen Burton.
Finds the double with his last dart. Not for the first time. Did that, of course, on the 105 checkout. 62 this time. He was looking at
Andy to throw first.
treble 14 for double 10, of course, but that's one that got away, really.
96. $81.
Both players 100% on the double so far. Jenks one dart
58.
at tops off the back of 76. Burton, the double 15 off the back of 105. And the double 16
60.
on the back of 62.
$131. 60. 96. 180. And you require 120.
He was
80.
dead and buried.
Stephen,
in
you
the leg
require 120.
before that second max of the match, and now there's a chance at tops for
Game
3-1
shot in the fourth
and
leg.
takes it.
Stephen Burton.
A 15 dart break of throw, 120 checkout, and his 100% run on finishing
Fifth leg, and it's Stephen to
continues.
throw first.
3-1 Burton.
$60. 58. 60. 122. 60. 60. 60.
Andy has the darts in this fifth leg.
174.
Beautiful. 174. To get down to 87 after 12.
57. And you require 87.
Can he find a way back from 3-1 down? Double 8.
79.
It's the first dart at a double that's been missed in the match so far.
100. And you require 8. Game shot on the fifth leg.
Left
Andy
it late,
Jenkins.
but it is an 18 dart break of throw. And Andy has the darts in leg 6. Can he hold and take us all the way?
Sixth leg, and it's Andy to throw for.
Winner of this qualify for tomorrow night.
45.
There's a bizarre run of results.
100.
The winner will go on to 10 points.
97.
Stephen Burton has one more match against Mike Gillett.
60.
Mike Gillett already on 8 points.
59.
Really, it's only Mike Gillett could spoil the party.
60.
Wow, Scott Williams on 6. A win for him and a big win against Colin Monk.
45.
He is still has an opportunity on 6 points -2.
140.
There's only 5 points in the leg difference that separate the top 4.
96. Stephen, you require 141.
No finish for Andy. 6 starts at 141 for a 4-2 win.
100. 27. Stephen, you require 41.
The race run for Andy Jenkins. It's been a brave
Game shot
effort,
on the match.
but a 17 dart break of throw is enough to give Stephen Burton the win by 4 legs to 2, an average just shy of 82, 2 180s, 2 140s, and 100% on the doubles. Right, our penultimate matchup next, and it's Scott Williams against Colin Monk. morning and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for our penultimate match of Group B, and it is Scott Williams against Colin Monk. Burton on top, Gillet in second, Jenkins still in third. So if Colin defeats Scott here, Jenkins will go through. Leg difference. The final match is between Gillet and Burton, so that won't affect the top two places.
First leg, and it's Scott to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, good lineup tomorrow night. Colin Osborne, who won Group A, losing just
57
one match over 3 days, is in the final. George Killington, who went through the card today unbeaten, winning Group C, and Ryan Furness, who finished second in Group C,
100
await Stephen Burton, who has already
93
got his place in the final.
$140.
This one went to the wire last night with Williams winning it
85.
4-3. Pace won't suit Williams at all. He is a rat-tat-tat merchant, likes to get on with it.
Single, yes.
Colin Monk with a far
58.
more measured and deliberate approach.
$174.
As Williams pops in. 174, of course.
$55. Scott, you require 92.
Double 16.
60.
Audibly close.
Colin, you
Clicking
require
the wire.
140.
He's at a 143 tonight. Took that out against Andy Jenkins. Only leg he won in that match.
$112. Scott, you require 32. Game shot on the first leg. Scott Williams.
16 dart hold gets this match underway. There's very little drama for Scott Williams, including that beautiful 174.
Second leg, Colin to throw first. $125. $81. $85. $57. $57.
Very little
43.
pullback on the throw of Scott Williams. Colin, very similar. Left eye dominant, so pulls the dart across his face.
45.
Both throws very punchy. Everything comes from the wrist and the elbow.
60.
Very tall is Scott Williams. He pulls the dart back probably around about 5 or 6 inches, I'd say. As you can see, Colin sets the darts, and it's all one motion.
140.
It's a great visit to leave 49 after 15.
41. Colin, you require 49.
Double 16 for a level game.
Game shot in the second leg.
17 dart leg for Colin Monk. Credit to him. His race is run in this Group B, but still grafting away, trying to get a win.
Third leg and it's Scott to throw first. $100. Third, 54. 57. 59. 85. 100.
Very good last start. Pull start, confirming it was in the treble 20 for a ton.
$139.
Super darts from Scott Williams to leave 120 after 12.
$100. Scott, you call 120. $100.
We'll be back, of course. If he doesn't like the lie, he could go treble 12, he could go treble 16. Treble 12 leaves 32. Treble 16 leaves double 10. Or
140.
he could stay
Scott, you
there and
require
try
20.
and force it in.
Game shot in the third leg. Scott Williams
finds the double 10 to hold throw and go back in front for the second time in this match. Colin has the darts in leg 4.
Fourth leg and it's Colin to throw first. $85. 95. 140.
Still continues to graft away.
121. 81. 95. 137. 61. Colin, you require 58.
Possible 14 dart leg.
Game shot on the 4th leg.
Pins it.
Colin
Best
Monk.
leg of the match. A 15 dart holder throw for Colin. And it's now a real sprint. A best
5th
of
leg,
3.
with Scott to throw first. 135. 78. 44.
Well, that'd be Scott Williams with the nerves, of course. He knows this match is all or nothing.
85. 94. 60.
50 points the lead, plus these.
96.
Anything that would really pressure the 132 is a 180.
81. Scott, you require 132.
Nice finish from George Killington.
120. 40. 100. Scott, you require
Still
12.
have one more match to bring you between Mike Gillet and Stephen Burton.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Scott
That
Williams.
is a 17 dart hold and our 5th consecutive hold of throw in this match. Colin has it all to do. Has to hold first in leg 6.
6th leg, and it's Colin to throw first.
Colin's previous match, of course, with Mike Gillet went all the way, and the only break of throw came in the last leg.
125.
Favour of Gillett.
100.
involved in 4-4-3s. There's Colin Monk, and only 1-1.
60. 83. 81.
Scott Williams just having a bit of a stretch.
43.
Scott, of course, on his 5th day of action, was involved in Group A on Monday morning.
65. 59. Colin, you require 170.
Bull or treble 18? What does he fancy?
98.
Treble 18, and he will come back for it. Williams back on 216.
17. Colin, you require 72.
Single 16. Leaves tops for 3-3.
Game shot in the 6th leg.
3-3 it is. And the 5th final leg decider, Colin Monk's been involved in.
7th and final leg, and it's Scott to throw first.
As I said, he's won, just one. Can he buck the trend?
140. 81.
Psychologically, he will be aware of it. When you see your opponent pile in with a 140, you think, oh, here
93.
we go again. Finds treble 18 on the cover. Good start, 140, 93.
100.
52 behind Colin, minus these.
80.
And again, picks off a treble. A ton is the minimum requirement.
140.
This really has gone down to the wire.
58.
58. Loses a flight. Oh, Colin would love another 140. So would Andy Jenkins, of course.
85. Scott, you require 130.
He wants the ball.
Game
and
shot in the match.
finds the ball.
Scott Williams.
With Monkey waiting on 95 in a last leg thriller. Treble, single, and the bullseye. And it is Scott Williams who takes his place in tomorrow night's final. There the average is 90.59 in defeat for Colin Monk. 75% on the doubles, 3 out of 4, and it wasn't enough. Congratulations to Scott Williams on a hard-fought match. Okay, one more to bring you, and it's Mike Gillet against Stephen Burton. Good morning and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for our final match of Group B, and it is between Mike Gillett and Stephen Burton. Confirmation there of Scott Williams in third spot. Even if Mike Gillett got beat 4-0, he would still be on 0 leg difference and still ahead of Williams and Jenkins. Scott Williams, my goodness, didn't he leave it late, winning the deciding leg there against Colin
First
Monk,
leg,
taking
and
out
this might have
the
throw
130.
first. Game on.
With Monkey sat on 95. Jenks a little unlucky in the end, especially when you consider he was
140.
bottom. So this one is just in terms of league position. So our lineup for tomorrow night's final is Colin Osborne, George Killington, Ryan Furness, Stephen Burton, Mike Gillett, and Scott Williams.
43.
They will be battling it out for £5,000. And the top 3
41.
will join the 9 already qualified for next week's Champions Week, where those 12
58.
will be chasing down the £6,000 first prize.
96.
Jim Williams, Connor Scott, Mike Warburton, Richie Burnett, Martin Adams, Niall Cullerton, Mark Webster, Robert Thilton, and Sean Griffiths already in Champions
100.
Week.
118. Mike, you require 160. 60. 90. Mike, you require 100. 41. Stephen, you require 96.
May go double here. Double 18.
60. Mike, you require 59. Game shot in the first leg.
The double 10
Gillet.
right in the middle to hold throw, not before seeing Burton miss the double 18 for the break.
Second leg is Stephen to throw first. $177. 100.
Don't forget, tomorrow
98.
on the Online Darts YouTube channel, there will be a watch-along, I do believe, from
100.
midday-ish of the ladies series from Barnsley. Tournaments 1 to 3.
97.
Of the weekend, not overall. It's 7 to 9.
45. Stephen, you require 129.
Sunday, it's tournaments 9 to 12.
89.
We're back tomorrow night for the finals at 10 PM on Sporty
42.
Stuff TV.
Stephen, you require 40.
Channel 437 on
Game shot in the second leg.
most
Stephen Burton.
digital platforms. Stephen Burton levels things up at 1 apiece. It would have meant, of course,
54.
Mike Gillett would have had to have won this match. A totally different proposition. But he did win 3 last
59.
night. Hard work was done there.
60.
So far this evening, Burton has defeated Scott Williams 4-2 with a 93-46. And lost to Colin Monk 4-1.
96.
And then defeating Andy Jenkins 4-2. And this is, of course, their final
42.
match.
Stephen, you require 152.
Gillet was beat 4-2 by Jenks. And then 4-3 by Scott Williams before bouncing
96.
back against Monkey.
Mike, you require
4-3.
148.
Rode his luck.
60. Stephen, you require 56. Game shot in the third leg.
Stephen Burton
Stephen Burton.
gets an early breaker throw. Misses tops. Finds double 10.
Fourth leg and it's Stephen to throw first.
Last two legs, one in 14.
134.
18 darts.
$121. 60. 100. 59. 85. 100. 100. Stephen, you acquire 148.
That was in.
100.
That is either. What a great ton.
Mike, you require 95.
48. Should be going ball here. That leaves 70. And that leaves the ball. He'll have to move left. Fortunately, he's left-handed. Be a bit of an advantage. And there you go.
Game shot in the fourth leg.
And he's broke
Mike
straight
Gillet.
back with a wonderful 95 finish. The ball, of course, would have left 45. The 25 meant he only needed a single number to get the dart at the
Fifth
ball,
leg, and it's
which
Mike
he
to
hit.
throw first.
Playing the percentages. Good maths. And good darts, more importantly, from Gillett.
95. 140. 140. 57.
This one not quite caught fire yet. So it's a dead rubber
85.
in terms of qualification.
23.
Well, he was 2 on down and looking in a spot of bother.
145.
He's now on the brink of going 3-2 up and on the brink of victory.
85. Mike, you require 36.
If he wins it 4-2, he goes top of the table.
Game shot in the fifth leg. Mike Gillet.
That is a very tidy leg indeed from Mike Gillett. And back-to-back legs giving him a 3-2 lead.
Sixth leg, and it's Stephen to throw first.
15 darter in
58.
leg 4, backed up with a 14 dart hold in leg 5.
41.
And it was a flat start in this one from Gillett. He's only averaging 83 after
40.
15 darts and 14 darts, which in itself is averaging
60.
in excess of 100. The first leg was won in 24 darts.
100.
A real average killer.
121. 57. 100. 96. 43. Stephen, you require
So
150.
sloppy last start. Single 19 would have left a nice finish of 120. Oh, it might make no difference at all.
132.
Narrowly misses
Mike, you require
the double
136.
on the 150 out for 3-3. Another one of those leaves double 8. Ooh. That was a bit of a quick one, Mike.
78. Stephen, you require 18. No score.
58
Mike, you require 58.
to wrap it up.
$38. Stephen, you require
Two-match
18.
darts have come and gone.
Game shot in the sixth leg.
We are
Stephen Bird.
going to go all the way. And it will be Gillet who has the darts in the decider.
Seventh and final leg, and it's Mike to throw first.
So,
85.
on legs lost, or whatever happens here.
135.
Stephen Burton will be the winner of this group.
60.
Because if Gillett wins, he'll be on 10 points plus 5. And so will
81.
Stephen Burton. I think Gillett may have lost
140.
more legs. I'd have to check. No doubt it will come up at the end of the match.
180.
To go with the 177 he hit in leg 2.
26.
And only
Stephen, you
26.
require 105.
2 treble ones right in the corner.
65.
And Stephen has left tops after 12 against the darts.
100. Stephen, you require 40. 35. Mike, you require 90.
Darts for Stephen Burton. Can Gillett pinch another one? 20 and ball. Trouble 20 for double 5. He has, you know.
Game shot in the match.
And
Mike Gillett.
Gillett, after walking in to 3 match darts for Stephen Burton, he finds the treble 20 and pins the middle of double 5 to win our final match of the night. Had a lower average than Stephen Burton, 80.29. Burton 84.79. 180 for Burton. 3 out of 12 on the doubles, missing 9 in total, but a solid 50% from Mike Gillett. I'm not sure if we do have the table available. We do, and confirmation. Mike Gillett goes top on leg difference, +5. Burton on +3, and Scott Williams with that fabulous win in the penultimate game of the night. He takes 3rd spot, so our lineup for tomorrow night's final: Colin Osborne, George Killington, Ryan Furness, Stephen Burton, Mike Gillett and Scott Williams are our 6 players. Make sure you join us tomorrow night at 10 p.m. and enjoy your Saturday.